the top 5 Philadelphia Eagle players that I'm really interested in watching next year. Now, with all the new additions to the team, the different situations that we have, different coaching staff, there's a lot of players that I'm interested in watching. And to list just the top 5 players that I'm most interested in watching this year, there's just so many. But I'm going to start out with corner Rasul Douglas, who by the start of this season I will believe will be the starter next to Jalen Mills. I don't think Patrick Robinson will be the starter. Obviously, Sidney Jones is not going to be there. So, how well is Rasul Douglas going to transition from the college level to the NFL level? He's got to face bigger receivers. He's got to face faster running backs. He has to face so many different kinds of factors in the NFL that he did in college. So I really want to see how well he's going to do with the 50-50 balls, how well he's going to tackle in the open field, how well he can handle, because quite frankly, people are going to burn him. I mean, it's expected. People burn the best cornerbacks in the league, so I'm really excited to see this guy play. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like he will be our starter. He's probably the most ready one, because really it's just him and Patrick Robinson. And Patrick Robinson is an older player, and I just see him and Mills. I see a young corner core until Sidney Jones returns, and then it'll be Sidney Jones and Jalen Mills, in my opinion. So it's gonna be a shock to him, to Rasul Douglas, because it's a bigger stage, bigger lights, rivalries when he faces the Giants and the Redskins and the Cowboys, like when he goes up against guys like Terrence Williams and Brandon Marshall, Cole Beasley, Terrell Pryor. Oh God, I can't even imagine. But Rasul Douglas is definitely an interesting watch this year. Next up is tight end Zach Ertz. I always find myself coming back to this guy. Is this the year that Zach Ertz finally makes it to where he competes in all 16 NFL games? Will he finally compete and have a good overall year and not just get good in December? Okay, that is the main question. Okay, if I was Zach Ertz, I would be fearful, because Trey Burton is on his back, and I love Trey Burton. Trey Burton is a very good tight end. He's a very good catcher. We all know what Zach Ertz is capable of. I shouldn't have to even talk about Zach Ertz. But the fact of the matter is that every single year I'm like, is this guy really going to do this to us? Is he going to be the same Zach Ertz that he's been before? Okay, what I want to see out of Zach Ertz this year is, one, obviously getting the ball more. Especially, we have new additions with Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. We have Jordan Matthews, Mac Hollins. I think Mac Hollins will slip into Dorial Green-Beckham's spot since he was cut. So I feel like those guys will help Zach Ertz produce more. It's just common. That's just how it goes. It's just the natural flow of things. So will Zach Ertz block this year for Carson Wentz? Will he block for LeGarrette Blount? I think he will. I'd love to see Zach Ertz up those touchdowns he had from last year, up those receiving yards. I would love to see it. I want to see his route running better. I want to see him get those red zone targets that tight ends are built for. Okay? Zach Ertz can be a very good player. It just needs to be all year around. Just all year. Just be good, Zach Ertz. Do me that favor, please. Next up is Lane Johnson, right tackle. The week he came back from injury, he helped that monster run by Sproles for a touchdown. barely any practice. This guy is naturally good. He's a monster, okay? And he's going to make our offensive line so good. Okay, yes, I am worried about the steroid usage. Yes, I am worried about all that, but he says he's done. It is what it is. We'll see. I want to see how well he's gonna play this year next to Brandon Brooks. I feel like that's a very, very good combo on the right side. Okay, get those big blocks, pancake the defender, make a lane for LeGarrette Blount to get to the red zone, into the end zone. Our red zone touchdowns were so bad. They've been so bad for so long. This is where our offensive line comes in, so we can get those big, nasty 1 to 5 yard runs by Blount and Sproles. That's literally what I'm most looking forward to from Lane Johnson, to see how well he can play. And I know he's destroying guys in camp. I know that he is. We know how good he can be. So I'm really excited for a full year out of Lane Johnson. I'm really, really excited to see Lane Johnson play this year. My next one, number 2. Will Jordan Matthews have a monster year this year due to the other receivers that we have? With the additions of Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith, okay, Jordan Matthews, obviously the injuries have lingered for so long on him last year. Well, I really, really want to see Jordan Matthews have a fantastic year. Okay, a lot of people are calling for his head. Get him out of Philly. We have Alshon. Okay, we have Matt Collins. We have Torrey Smith. Okay, we have Nelson Aguilar. Like, Jordan Matthews is so much better than Nelson Aguilar. People are stupid to think that. Okay, I don't know Jordan Matthews' numbers off the top of my head right now, but I know he can do better. I know it, okay? I know he can, because he's had shittier quarterbacks. I'd love to see him have 12, 13 touchdowns this year. Okay, I'd love to see him have 1,400 receiving yards this year. And I think he can get that, especially when he has such good core guys around him. From the wide receivers coach, Mike Groh, all the way down to the backups, to the backup wide receivers that are gonna, that he practiced with. So I'm really, really excited to see Jordan Matthews, how well he's gonna be in the slot, where he's gonna, hopefully where he plays, where his true position is. I can't wait to see him go for that nice deep threat ball over the middle catch, how well he can handle the ball, run the ball. It's gonna be a very exciting time. And the number one guy I'm really excited to watch is obviously Carson Wentz, okay? Year 2, sophomore time, baby. Are you going to hit the sophomore slump, Carson? Are you going to hit it? I don't think so. I think Carson Wentz is going to have a fantastic year this year. Okay, last year, he got put on the spot. Hey, man, you're starting for us. Get out there. So, had no receivers last year. Had no Lane Johnson last year. Okay, Jason Kelce sucks as a center. Okay, botched so many snaps I can't even fathom. You have Alshon Jeffrey, you have Torrey Smith, you have Jordan Matthews, you have Zach Ertz, you have Trey Burton, you have LeGarrette Blount, you have Ryan Matthews when he's healthy, you have Wendell Smallwood, you have Darren Sproles, you have all these good players at your disposal. What will Carson Wentz do? Definitely one of the main things I want to see Carson Wentz improve on is the overthrowing this year. The overthrowing, the underthrowing, nice clean passes, nice good spirals, over the shoulder. Carson Wentz is a big guy. He's a tall, big guy. He can do that. He can throw the ball. It's just we didn't have the receivers to throw the deep threat to. Okay, now we have a monster in Alshon Jeffrey. Mac Hollins is making noise in practice. Okay, I'm really, really excited. I mean, obviously the interceptions have to go down. Will they? Who knows? The interceptions can go up because Carson Wentz likes to take a lot of chances, like an Andrew Luck. Okay, Carson Wentz is going to be such a good quarterback as long as he stays healthy and as long as he plays for a team that will use him correctly. I'm really excited to see Carson Wentz scramble this year. I'm really excited to see how his footwork is going to be. Obviously, the throwing mechanics are in there. How well the time it takes from snap to pass. I don't expect us to have a crazy, fast offense like we did before. Obviously, it didn't work out. So, it's going to be a really, really exciting year to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. That being said, we say this every single year when, we always have good off seasons and then we always end up just being such a disappointment. But that's not what this video is about. It's about the top 5 most players I'm most interested in watching this year. Definitely some notables. LeGarrette Blount, obviously. What is he going to do behind the field? Okay. Ron Brooks. Ron Brooks is one of my favorites. Buffalo native. When he comes back when he's fully healthy, to see what Big V can do when Big V has to come in. To see if Winsniewski is going to actually play this year over Jason Kelce. I sure as hell hope that he does, okay? I sure as hell hope he does. Definitely to see the progress more on Sidney Jones and see what he's going to be doing. I'm really excited to see Sidney Jones play. I don't think it's going to be this year, but it's fine. Relax, Eagles fans. He'll be there. He's not going anywhere. Obviously, Derek Barnett, Donnell Pumphrey, all of our draft picks to see what they're going to do in the preseason and see, all the guys that are competing for playoff spots or roster spots, I'm not excited to see Nelson Aguilar, so don't ask and please don't think about Nelson Aguilar. The dude is a joke. He's now officially the Josh Huff of the Eagles. He wears 13 now like Josh Huff. The guy is a curse, and we all know it. But on that note, shout out to the Philly Knights. You know who you are. I will be having my top 5 to 10 tight end video pretty soon. I'm also working on the top 10 wide receiver video, and I'm also working on the ranking all 32 quarterback in the NFL. So go Birds.